How's it going, everyone? Wayne the Unknown here, and welcome to another episode of Geeking Out, where we basically discuss everything nerd and geek related. Tonight, we are doing another episode on Knowing That Artist, and tonight's featured guest is Mooochiiart. I think I pronounced that correctly.
You did.
So, again, thank you for coming on to talk about your art and what got you into art and all that other fun stuff art related.
Well, thanks for having me, dude.
Don't mention it. So, to begin, how long have you been doing art for?
Ooh, probably as long as I can remember. If anything, I kind of got into art like seriously, like really invested into drawing around my freshman-ish, sophomore-ish year. Um, I think that's around that time. I was just watching a lot of anime. I think that's pretty common, right?
As one usually does when they're in high school.
Right. I was watching a lot of anime and I just got inspired. I think I was 14 or 15. I just got a sketchbook and I just started sketching things out like crazy. Um and it went from there. I had a DeviantArt account and I was posting a lot on there, and then I took art classes and I kind of just I drew a lot in high school. Now not as much as I would like to these days, that kind of thing. Um, yeah, yeah,
Now, when you started, you said you're drawing an alpaca. Is that a bow tie?
it is a bow tie. Anybody that knows me knows I love llamas and alpacas. Let's see, I love yes. Um, I love goats and I love dogs. But
Now,
alpacas, though, I got like a bunch of plushies and stuffed animals in here, and my lunch bag for work is covered in alpacas. So people are like, "Oh my god, Mike, I know exactly." Or Mooochiiart, I know exactly where your bag is at. It's over there. It's an alpaca. Oh my god. So yeah, yeah, I love alpacas.
so the name Moochie, where did that come from?
Kind of a mix. I've had people call me Moo or Moo or Momo, and I just thought, let's just go with something that's kind of cutesy, but not really. I just said Moo, and then Chi because it's kind of cute sounding, and then the art because I draw. So that's kind of where it came from. Just mostly like my nickname that people would give me in school. I don't know why, even though it's Mo, but whatever. I like it, so I said Mooochiiart.
I mean, it seems to fit and stuck with you for so long.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. I've had that. I was on DeviantArt. I was under Momo Cupcakes, and just for a while, and then eventually I changed it to Mooochiiart, and I've had that same name now. So God, 2016, probably 6 years, six
Ah,
or 5 years.
that's a pretty
Yeah,
long time.
yeah. I haven't tried changing it. I just whenever I thought about changing it, it just didn't sit right. And people now they just know my alias as Mooochiiart. It's just I think it's easy for people to like figure out like, oh, that's Monique's alias. I'm like, yeah, that's right, that's me.
Nice.
It stuck with me. So there's that.
There's nothing wrong with that. So, you're actually since this video won't be posted for a while, most likely after a con. What's it been like being an artist vendor at a con?
So I've only done one con. I didn't become interested in doing cons until late 2019. I mainly got interested because two of my friends have done cons regularly under their names are Love Mila and Maida Serenia, which I'll another time I can send you you know their profiles and whatnot. But I just thought they're doing a lot of cons, and I just thought that looked really fun, and I just maybe I can get myself out there, and I started applying like crazy, and I was excited because I got accepted into a lot of these cons, like Metal Arc Comic Con, as well as Anime Medford, or is it Annie Medford? Who
Yep,
knows?
and Medford. They're both are really good cons, and I'm glad to see that they're slowly expanding to bigger places.
Oh, for sure, yeah. yeah, and so I I was so excited, and then I did one con. It was Fandom PDX, and it was in January of 2020. It was right before COVID had kind of taken over.
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah. So and then I that's also so I was doing a lot of things. So while I was actively getting ready for Fandom PDX, I was also I opened a shop as well. So I was kind of getting that started. And at the same time, I was also working my full-time job at a grocery store. So I was busy. It was, it was it kept me on my toes. So, but it was fun though. I enjoyed doing those things because those are the things I actually like doing.
Nice. So you said you have a shop. That wouldn't happen to be an Etsy shop, would it?
It is an Etsy shop. I opened my shop around October 2019, just a few months before COVID. So, I had it. So it was doing pretty good, and then it kind of just went down for a
It,
little bit.
it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
At least, like you said, with con coming soon, you'll be able to get your art and name out there again, especially with cons like Metal Lark and Adam Edford being, one day after the other.
Right, right, that's for sure. Yeah, it's been I've done okay so far during the pandemic. You know, I feel like my business has grown a lot during the pandemic, so I'm not complaining. It's kind of given me time to like work on like, you know, bettering my business and just working on like different products and whatnot, so I've kind of like learned a lot about being a business owner, that kind of thing. So I guess everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah, true.
I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not really good at like I'm not really good at explaining myself sometimes, so I
Hey,
have to like
that's
I have to
that,
like
that's per-
I have to like
you're perfectly
hold that
fine.
carefully. Yeah, I know. I have to like really think about what I'm saying because I can think it and then it just comes out all jumbled. So I have to like breathe for a second, just think, okay, yeah, let's put it out there.
No worries.
Yeah.
Now, I've actually seen your art. I think. Oh, yeah. What was that one you recently did? Was it like a witch or something?
Oh yeah, the Rainbow Witch. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did that one.
Nice. How long did she take to do?
That one. Well, um, over over a span of like a few days. Mainly because I had to work, so just before I'd go to work, and then when I would come home, and probably like, yeah, 2 3 days. You
Nice.
know, yeah.
Now, would that be your biggest project, or what would you say your biggest project has been?
Ooh, my biggest project. So I probably last summer. I don't know if you consider this a project, but I was going through like I think around like April through probably June-ish. I was like I was on fire. Like I was putting out a bunch of pieces, and I like my creativity was like it was on fire. So I was coming up with all these things, and I think probably I was doing a lot of like Pokemon fan art. I was coming up. I was doing all sorts of things, and I felt like like that was like my at my peak. I would say I was just. I don't know if that makes sense. I was going through like a Pokemon fan art
Phase.
phase. I was going through a phase. I was like pumping out a bunch of like Pokemon fan art. If that makes sense, yeah. Yeah. So that kind of thing, and yeah.
Who would you say your favorite Pokemon was to draw?
Oh, my favorite. Probably Meganium. If you,
Who?
I like Meganium. One of the Johto. It's the grass type Johto starter.
Would you mind drawing what they look like on here?
Yeah. Let me. Sorry, Alpaca. You gotta go.
Mind you, I'm familiar with the original 150 back in the day. I'm old school Pokemon, mind you.
Yeah, so kind of Chickarita. So I'm not gonna draw Meganium, but I think if you saw like the yeah. Let's see. All right.
What's the
Yeah.
Pokemon? What's the Pokemon's name?
Chickarita.
Oh, Chicker.
I mean, yeah, I just like all the evolutions, so they're all my favorite. I'm kind of biased towards the grass types.
Why does that name sound so familiar? So with for so commissions, what's the weirdest and what's the weirdest commission you've ever gotten from someone?
Oh, oh, oh,
Something that's appropriate for for the
I
semi
mean,
appropriate.
I mean, it depends. It depends on how you feel about it. So a few years ago, a good friend of mine who I went to,
Oh, I know Chickarita. Okay,
yeah, yeah. Hold on a second. Yes, so
it falls into
yeah,
Bayleaf. Okay, now I know who you're talking about.
and then Meganium. Yeah, I
Okay.
just yeah. So a few years ago, a good friend of mine from college had asked me to create create a drawing of his dog Bowie.
Aw.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Bowie. He passed away recently. Really old dog. But he wanted me to draw the dog as a mermaid,
Aw.
and um, and without a bra, like without a seashell bra.
Okay.
It was really bizarre. I'm trying to remember. I think I don't have it with me. Um, yeah, it was just he was just kind of like the Little Mermaid in a way. He wanted something similar to like the Little Mermaid, so I drew Bowie on a rock. You know,
To recreate the iconic scene from Little Mermaid.
pretty similar. Yeah, it was. I'm like, whatever you want, dude. I wasn't objected to it. He's like, you know what? This is a good friend of mine, and you know what? He loves this dog, and I'm gonna do it for him because he's been supportive of my work. You know what? I got you.
Hey, that's always
No.
a good thing to have friends who support your work, especially
Oh
art,
yeah.
especially artwork, because that's really hard to come by nowadays.
Oh, for sure.
Now, as someone who's done commissions, I imagine there's been times we actually had to decline a request just because it was something you weren't really keen on drawing.
Um. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say I haven't like necessarily declined it. I just it's more like I've gotten requests and it never went forward because mainly because the only way I'm gonna consider doing a commission from someone is if they're serious about it. They continuously message me about it, and it's something that I feel like like this person is taking me seriously because oftentimes I'll get people asking me to do free work for them, or it's something like it's something crazy like they want me to draw like a bunch of characters and they don't or something ridiculous and it's like all right, well when you are ready to message me just let me know and I'm here and you don't usually hear back from people so you know
And that's the one thing I mean a lot that happens with commissioners is either you know some people people who ask for commissions sometimes they'll expect it for free when an artist has a rate
uh-huh
or you get the drawing done and next thing you know they decide to not want it.
yeah so with my policy is I tell people up front you got to pay me like up front and I have always gotten all my work done. I've never not finished a commission if I felt like I wasn't gonna get it done on time. I always let the person know, hey, I'm gonna need a little more time on it. You know, so I've never had an issue with that, and you know, and usually the people that have commissioned me have been really good about paying me up front. I think there was one person, she was actually one of my old managers, from one of my stores, and you know, we had a little the situation was different. So she paid half for from while I was working on it, and then she paid the second half the week after she got paid. So it worked out. It just depends on like who's commissioning me and the situation type of thing. It's a situation by situation type of deal with me. Yeah, I'm pretty cool with that kind of stuff. So yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Now, back to cons. Have you ever done like a live demo in front of people, like you're actually, drawing while at a con to show people what your artwork's like?
Yeah, I something, yeah. Well, I've only done one con, so I haven't really had a chance to do all that. I'm probably gonna do that at Metal Arc. I think my mom was helping me run the table, and I was just working on my tablet. It was a slow time at Phantom, and I was drawing Beast Boy. So I was kind of just sketching while I was there, and I just let people watch me sketch pretty much. So I don't know if you'd call that a demo, more like I was just sketching while it was slow. And then people just came by and watched.
I mean, it seems like you had some. It seems like you had a lot of people interested though in what you do.
Yeah, I mean, I just answered some people's questions. I just said, yeah, I use this program, and I just showed them like the sketching process, the coloring, and then so on and so forth.
Nice. Now, one question that I've asked two previous artists: have you ever ever had a deal with copyright issues, like how a lot of artists are, like I've seen on TikTok, a lot of artists will make videos about how their art's been stolen by someone else, or they haven't been given credit and stuff like that.
Actually, no, I've never ran into that issue. For the most part, I try to keep my stuff original. When I draw. Um, I've really never had that issues. I think it's more, I don't want to generalize different types of artists and their styles, but friend of mine actually, she did. I think there was one artist. I'm not gonna list any names. I'm not gonna bring up any
Oh
old
yeah,
drama.
yeah, no, that's
But
definitely okay.
yeah. But I think this big name artist accused one of my friends of like quote unquote stealing her style. They're very similar, but I wouldn't say she was stealing it. It was just very similar. So I haven't had issues with people accusing me of that, luckily. As far as copyright goes, one of my listings on Etsy got taken off. So I, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because I don't know, because apparently it was copyright even, but yeah, that's a story for a different time. But yeah, yeah, no one's ever accused me, luckily.
that's always good. None of your art's ever never been stolen before either.
Not that I know of. I've had people repost my art on like their own pages, but they've always, for the most part, they've credited me. I don't know if anyone has reposted my stuff without my permission. Maybe I'm just oblivious. I haven't had an issue with that.
Nice. Well, that's always good. Now, what would you say your favorite piece that you've done was or
My
is?
or is I have
Either
a few.
or.
I have a few. So let's see. I don't know if you saw it. It was a while ago. I think around December. I did a bathhouse fan art piece from Studio Ghibli. It was
Ooh.
Spirited Away. It has Rayquaza. It has like some ghost Pokemon. So that's one of my favorites. I have another one. It's an island piece. It has Alohan Executor, and then there's like um Apom and just a bunch of like tropical looking Pokemon on there. I don't know.
Nice.
I have several. Probably my more detailed drawings are my favorite. Kind of hard
Nice.
to like pinpoint which one.
That's perfectly understandable. I mean, your art, like I said, you definitely have your own like art style for sure.
I mean, that's what I try to aim for. So thank you.
Oh, of course. Now, let's see. I'm trying to think here. What? And this question is usually different. Do you have like a least favorite piece of work that you've done?
Least favorite. Yeah. I mean, there's some. Probably my least favorite. was probably well, I mean, I took it off my page, but I had a Black Panther piece that I did. I don't know. I didn't like how I just didn't like how it looked. So I don't know. Maybe I just the composition just seemed off on it. I probably could have done better with that. Um, that one, and I don't know, I haven't really thought about it. I try not to like focus on like the negativity. I just try to focus on like, okay, I did this good, because then I won't feel as depressed, you know. So yeah, probably like from early last year, I'd say. But then again, with improvement.
Yeah, that's the one thing with any artist, whether they're an old artist or new artist. I feel like they're always learning something new.
I think we're our biggest critics. I, we're always criticizing ourselves, so I think we have to like give ourselves a break and say, "Hey, we did this good." Other people will appreciate it, even if you don't personally see it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you seem to have your own unique art style, and I've also noticed that you're going to be bringing some stickers to con.
I will be, yes.
So, what program do you use to make the stickers for your art?
So it's a mix. So I don't personally make my stickers. I usually order it through a manufacturer. Recently I had a friend of mine named Showpow Studios, one of my good art friends and friend in real life. Um, she helped me print out some stickers. She has like a silhouette. Okay, and she helped me out with that. So, she was teaching me how to use the machine. So at some point, I can invest in my own machine so that I can just have it like on the spot.
So you're not having to pay, and then have them delivered. You can just print them, and they'll be right there.
Exactly. Yeah. I just need to figure that out. I need to invest in a good machine.
Now, have you ever like done anything like comic book wise, like either a character from a comic book, or like you've drawn your own, or you've made your own comic?
Um, I haven't made my own comic necessarily. I've drawn like characters. I've drawn Wonder Woman. I've drawn Nightwing. Um, I have a Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy piece. So not like my own comic, but I do have some like original characters. I don't know if you pay attention to my page closely, but I got these two characters named Mr. and Mrs. Squeakers. They're just these two little, um, plushy.
Hamburgers. I've actually,
Yeah,
yeah, I've
yeah.
actually,
You've
I've
seen
actually,
them.
I've actually, yeah. I think you were like saying how for people to make sure to look out for them at con, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I did say that. I was just joking, like just teasing people, like, "Hey, you should go check it out." I actually have stickers of them on my shop. My shop's not open right now. I closed it. Why is my oh that's why.
Mr. and Mrs. Squeakers, mind going to a little detail about them? I mean, aside from them being the plushy hamburgers.
Yeah, so Mr. and Mrs. Squeakers are just these little squishy toys that I got from like a job I used to have in the mall, and the store owner had like this table of squishy toys, and I saw the cheeseburger kitties, and I'm like, oh my god, they're so cute. So I got them, and then I'm goofy like that, so I like to make them talk, that kind of thing, and it just went from there, and I don't know, a lot of people I responded well to them, so I I just I've drawn them before. I have stickers in my shop of them. And I also one of my characters, Witchcraft Squeakers, she has a human persona. I'll have to show you. Yeah, let me see if I can go find it.
While
Where
you're
is it?
doing that, so what inspires you to continue to do your artwork? Like, what keeps you motivated to keep on going
Um,
and doing this?
um, just because it's something I feel like is my niche. I don't know. I feel like I'm better at writing and drawing at out like how I feel more than I am talking, as you can probably see now.
Hey, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, nothing in this series is scripted. Just basically be yourself.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. It's something that I try to work on because sometimes I have to slow down because I feel like I talk too fast. So this is one of my. Oh, where's she at? I mean,
I see like the little. Oh wow, wow! Oh, that's so cool. See,
yeah, that's.
I like the art style. It kind of reminds me a bit of like Steven Universe almost meets.
Oh,
It's really good.
oh, thank you. Yeah. Can you still see it?
Yeah, yeah, I was able to see it.
Okay, because I got it a little. Okay, I'm just making sure because I
That's
thought I.
that. How long did she take to draw?
Not long. Probably like a day if you count like this up. Oh, probably a day over a span of time. If
The shading's really good, especially where the hat meets the hair and everything. You can see like the shade lines where the hat's at and
yeah,
everything.
for sure. I just thought, you know what? This is I was gonna make a sticker of this. I was gonna make a Black Lives Matter sticker out of this, but then I just forgot to get around to it. At some point I will.
But
Yeah.
still, that's really impressive. Then Lily Witch, what's
Oh, this one? Or witchcraft? No, it's witchcraft squeakers.
it's still really impressive.
Yeah, there's witchcraft squeakers, and then there's um devil squeakers, nurse squeakers, Mr. Squeakers, and Mrs. Squeakers. Yeah.
Still really impressive. So any advice you have out there for first time artists who are thinking about, wanting to do commissions, have their own shop, stuff like that?
Usually I tell people who are interested in opening a shop is just start small. Don't overwhelm yourself. Because if you overwhelm yourself, you might feel a lot of anxiety and a lot of pressure to pump out a bunch of stuff. I just say when you're starting out, just dip your toes in the water and just see how it goes. Just if you have like a few like really popular designs that people have responded well to, just make stickers out of those and then see where it goes. And then if people are responding to your shop and like engaging, then yeah, keep going. um I also made my shop around the same time I was getting ready for the con, so I kind of had to put out a lot of stuff because I was, you know. But I think if you're not like wanting to, you know, be in the artist alley, then by all means, just take your time making it.
Hey,
And
that makes that's some really sound advice and makes perfect sense. I mean, I may not be an artist and everything, but I definitely, think it's always cool when you're going to a con and you see all those local artists and everything. And I feel like it's always good to, support your local artists. I think the support alone definitely gives them all that motivation and positivity and everything.
oh, for sure, yeah. Yeah, actually, I've actually met some of my really good friends from cons. Now that I think about it, some of my really good friends I've met from from like over time, and then yeah, and then like through social media, I've met some of my art friends via Instagram. So, so it's like that little community that is why I like being an artist is like that because there's that sense of community.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I will have to say, I think one of my favorite art pieces that you've done, I'm actually looking out, is your Bernie Sanders with "Wear a Mask, Karen." So I gotta ask, what made you want to draw that? That's just the way he looks. It's really clever and it's also really funny.
um honestly, that you know, I, when Trump was president,
Mm,
when Trump was still president, I don't know. Like the politics and everything that was going on, right before the election. I was just really inspired to like, make fan art mocking, politicians and things like that, because I mean, they're a joke.
kind of like you see in like the old newspapers and everything.
Yeah, like, political cartoon type of thing.
Yeah.
I have quite a few political pieces on there.
Nice. So before we end this, want to do one more quick little sketch? I have like probably two or three more, like two more questions.
Let's
Oh,
see.
there we go.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, never mind. I went quiet for a minute. I thought it was on my end for a minute.
Oh,
Let's see here. How, oh, I think I asked quite a bit of questions. Um, hmm. I think, what would you say the quickest art piece that you did? Let's like, it took you like just like a couple minutes to do.
couple of minutes. Couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about a couple of minutes, but I think one that I was really invested in, surprisingly enough, was one of my more recent pieces. It's my anime of the state. Shockingly, that one took me probably 2 days. That's probably the quickest I've probably gotten an art piece done, you know, in a long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I believe I asked. Looking at the little. Sorry, I just saw your one with your alpacas. The yeah, you weren't kidding. You're definitely you definitely like alpacas for sure.
I like alpacas, yes.
Okay, I think I got one or two more questions. Again, don't mind me looking at your Instagram. So, what was the inspiration behind the Trigun Raven, where she sticking her tongue out?
Oh, that one? So, anybody that has followed my art work for a while knows that I am a huge Teen Titans fan. I am like, I am like trying to manifest the day that Greg Sipes or Tara Strong are at a con that I'm at, and I can just bring all my Teen Titan and Beast Boy and Raven fan art and just spam them and just be like, yes, yes.
Have them like sign it or something.
Yeah, and have them, or take pictures with it, and then I can be like, yes, my dream came true. They're holding my artwork. Oh my god, that type of thing.
I mean, that would be pretty cool, honestly. Ghastly. Sorry, he's one of my
Yes.
he's probably my favorite ghost type Pokemon, especially the fact that he actually talks in one of the original series.
Yeah, he is one of my favorites actually. Yeah. I like, probably my favorite Pokemon types are Ghost Pokemon and just, yeah, Ghost, Grass, and Psychic and Dragon types are my favorites. Mostly Ghost and Grass.
Nice. And again, I'm sure you're looking forward to con this year as well. Again, showing your art and
I
everything.
am. I am. It's been a long time, and I think since the last con, I've grown a lot. I've learned different things. You know, so it's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna be traveling for this one. So that's gonna be a lot of fun too. My mom's gonna be helping me, for the most
Yeah.
part.
Well, looking forward to seeing you around. I'll definitely be sure to be stopping by your booth and everything. To, of course, thank you in person
Yeah,
for the
you'll
interview.
see me. What's that?
Oh no, like I said, I'll be definitely making sure to thank you in person for the interview as well.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's no problem. I don't. I actually. I'm enjoying this. Um, yeah. It- it's nice to do these kinds of things.
I mean, again, the reason behind this, like I've done, is to not only just like to let people know about an artist, but also so they can showcase their work and everything.
Oh, no, I appreciate it. And how long have you been doing podcasts?
So I've been doing podcasts since early was it early this year, I believe. Oh, I've never been.
Oh, wow.
I rarely get asked that question. This I know we're going a little off topic here since you asked that
No, it's
question.
okay.
Oh God, I want to say beginning of the year. First podcast I did was a podcast for Portal with a buddy of mine,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll admit, YouTube is probably the biggest inspiration for me. I have to thank a YouTube channel called Drawfee, which kind of made me come up with the idea of doing something like this. But I'm not sure if you've heard of Drawfee before.
I've probably seen their page. I don't know. I'm better with names. I mean, with faces than I am names. So I probably have like run into that page at least one time before. My memory
They
sucks.
their channel is Drawfee basically is like for digital artists where they take dumb ideas and make even dumber drawings. I kind of like, well, I
Gotcha.
don't want to do something like that because that'd be kind of like copying them. So I figured, do something like called Knowing That Artist, which is part of my main podcast series, Geeking Out, which is again, like I said, everything nerd and geek related. And it's like, well, I don't want to do what they do, so I figured, well, let's do something where I can showcase an artist, kind of like how I do with my cosplay con talk, where we, talk about the artists, um, or like cosplay con talk, where I talk about the cosplayers. I'll even like, with their permission, when we talk about like the cosplay they've done, I'll put a picture of their cosplay that they did, and then next to that cosplay, I'll show a picture of the character they're cosplaying as.
Right. Actually, yeah. I've done cosplay before. I just haven't. I've just been more focused on like my artwork. Last time I actually cosplayed for a con was yeah, a couple of years ago. It was SakuraCon 2019. I only went for 2 days. Mainly because I went the first day I went as Officer Jenny, and the second day I went as Raven, dressed as an Umbreon.
Nice. I actually think I seen you have a photo of that on your Yep, I see a photo of that on your Instagram.
Yeah, that one, and then I've done Sabrina, the gym leader, and I've done Raven. Yeah, I've done Piccolo Raven. I've done
Piccolo Raven.
Gabriel Piccolo, the artist. A lot of he does a lot of like Teen Titans fan art.
I've never heard of him, but shout
I'll
out
just send you
to him.
that one. I've done White Raven. The one I want to do at some point when I have more time is Demon Raven. So Demon Raven, people wondering, oh, did you just make that up? I'm like, no, there's an actual episode from Teen Titans Go.
Trigun Raven, basically.
Basically, yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people like to diss on
Teen
Titans Go, which I do too. Everyone does. I know, right?
Naturally.
I like the original. Sorry, not sorry. So there was an episode where they became villains, and Raven became basically a little mini Trigon. And
I know exactly which one you're talking about too.
yeah, that one.
Can
Yeah.
I just say I like how you have like the little blush lines underneath his eyes, right there. It just makes him looks a lot more cuter if you don't mind me saying.
Quite.
Yeah, pretty much a kawaii Ghastly. It's just so. I feel like he would. I feel like if I was to see it like this, I'm like I feel like he would say his. I feel like Ghastly would say Ghastly, and then at the end of that he would say ooh woo.
Oh God.
I'm not trying to bash or anything. It's
Oh no, I
just because of the blush.
No,
Blush. It's so cute.
No, I get what you're saying, though, dude. No, I totally get it. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
real quick, two more questions. I'm not always familiar with this. So, what are the layers about? I see like layer 1, layer 2. Is that like the outline and then the color you're adding?
Oh, so usually I have a lot more layers in this, but I just decided, you know what, just for the sake of this, I'm just gonna do whatever. It's not like, yeah. Yeah, so this was the sketching layer I had earlier,
Okay. Oh wow.
and then that's the color, and then this thing right here, that's the opacity, so I
So you
can
can like
lower
do
it.
like
So there's
so you can like draw like the outline of the character.
pretty much, and then this, yeah, so this is like the lasso tool. You can like move stuff around. So let's move this around, and then
Oh, so you can straighten it or okay, yeah. Oh wow.
yep, and
Oh
then you can undo
wow.
it.
The just to see just the when you took him out of the outline, it looked completely different. That is
Oh yeah,
so cool. I'm not really familiar with all this stuff, but seeing stuff like this, someone who's a fan of local artists and everything, I have to say digital art is definitely, you know, I'm glad to see it's more of a thing. I know a lot of people aren't really big on digital art, but it's like it's still art, just
Yeah, surprisingly enough, I didn't start drawing digitally consistently until late 2019 when I was getting ready for fandom. Around the time before I got my iPad. Before I got my iPad, I was doing a lot of traditional work. I did a lot of like watercolor stuff and
that's what
like
that's
coping.
what that's what this kind of reminds me of. Watercolor for what you're doing for Ghastly.
Yeah, I just use this pencil tool right here. This one right here. And then I just did that. Usually when I'm working on something consistently, so what I'll do is I use this. So I use this pencil tool here for sketching. Like the one I used here, and then I'll use this for like the base color, and then as I showed you, where is it at? Oopsie. Yeah, it's kind of jumbled.
Blurred rainbow flames, sand cloud, horizontal, and then one I can't read, but it's because it's in Japanese. Froggy soft cell, froggy watercolor, froggy ink, froggy airbrush tree, re-highlight
Yeah,
brush, paintbrush.
I need to
Wow.
organize. I need to organize it. It's really jumbled. Yeah. But so and then if you like select the two boxes here, you can lower the opacity up for both layers.
Oh,
So let's do
whoa.
to do that, and then if I wanted to do, usually if I'm like working on something like specific, I'll just do where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
So you like added a layer so you can like do the outline or something?
Yeah, pretty much. So usually,
Oh, wow.
see that's what I was telling you earlier. Lines are really crisp.
Yeah, no, they're like, no, that are definitely. I mean, I know with like, between the digital art and, hand drawn art like on paper, I know there's like pros and cons because there's that possibility of like your art pad battery dying while you're in the middle of drawing
Right.
something,
Yeah.
but also at the same time you can completely like erase something if you don't like it, like
Right. Yeah.
with like
For
like
sure.
with the lasso tool. I've seen people use like the lasso tool to like select a certain area and then they delete it.
Yeah, it's convenient. There's still a lot about this program I don't know how to use. But every day I'm learning something new.
What's
um,
the program called again?
Clip Studio Paint.
Clip Studio.
Um,
Okay.
before this one, before I got my iPad, I was using another program called Paint Tool Sci. It's a pretty basic, um, drawing program. Yeah, Clip Studio Paint is just if Paint Tool Sci and Photoshop had a kid, this would be it.
Okay, yeah,
It's
I
just a
know like
hybrid
a
of.
lot of artists use Photoshop or Adobe.
Yeah, I mean it's a good mix. There's Clip Studio Paint, there's Photoshop, there's Procreate, Ebis Paint. And why can't I not think of the other one? Let me find it. I think I forgot to uninstall it on here. No, I know. Okay.
Eh,
I don't see it. Okay.
Now, while you're on your main menu, the background, that's something you drew yourself too? The envelope looking thing?
What was?
Oh, the
Oh,
tablet background. You
this right
drew
here.
that? Yeah. You drew that?
I did. Yeah, that is the flag of the Philippines. So,
Wow,
I drew that.
pretty
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I have a lot of like, you know, fan art of the Philippines. I don't know. I'm half Filipino, so I like to draw stuff like that. So I have it. So actually, this is one of my sticker sheets that I
Okay.
made.
All right.
See,
Oh, wow. Not gonna lie, the flan really looks. Oh, that looks so
there's
good. That looks so good. I'm
the
sorry. It's making me hungry now.
yeah there. I mean, there's the flan. That's hollow. That ice cream looking thing. That's the hollow hollow, and then that one is what blah, 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 turon.
I'm not gonna lie. That one of those looks like a finger.
I know. I know. People are like, "Is that a finger?" I'm like, no, it's Toron.
So before we end this, one last thing. Any last minute thing you would like to say before we end this podcast?
Um, just that. I thought about it. Oopsie. Um. Well. I don't know. Just my page keeps going off. Jesus Christ. Hmm. That I'm excited to see everyone again at Meadowlark Comic Con. It's been a hot minute, so it'll
Definitely
be a
has.
really yeah. It's been a year and a half since my last con, and hopefully, uh, I'll be able to attend more. I think I have another one coming up in October.
Yeah, I heard I know the con that's coming in October is called Central Oregon CosCon.
Yeah, that one. That one. I'm supposed to be at that one.
Nice. Um, I think that should do it again. Moochie, thank you for coming on to Geeking Out and being the third artist for knowing that artist. Looking forward to seeing your artwork at Anna Medford at Metal Art Comic Con this year.
Of course, dude. It'll be nice to see you.
Yeah. And it's okay if I put you like links to your your Etsy and Instagram in the description below so people can check it out and everything.
Oh, for sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to that.
Okay, just wanted to double check. Again, Moochie, thank you for coming on. And again, I'm Wayne the Unknown. Thank you for listening, and until next time, thank you for watching.